Jesus Christ, that was my first time ever performing that trick, and I might show you the floor. There are balloons everywhere. This bag of latex balloons, I bought this, I don't remember, like 5, 6, like almost 7 years ago. Now I've done this trick over 15 times, because right here, there was 15 in here. Wasted them all in one night. My lips are actually starting to go numb right now because I blew up so many balloons. Or it might be the chemicals on there, or it's because I've waited 5 years to use these. Yeah, so this video here is actually what I got from Magifest. That first trick you saw, Splash 2.0 by David Stone, that was one of the tricks that I've bought after seeing one of his shows and lectures. It was amazing. Saw that trick, immediately bought it. He had a little table set up. I bought a few other things from David Stone also. I bought this here. I bought Tool. Tools are really... Probably just broke it. I got Tool. Tool is a very cool gimmick. Still in the cellophane, haven't used it yet. It is a device, that's all I can say. It's a device that comes with the gimmick. And what I like about David Stone, that it's a gimmick that works with bicycle playing cards. And instead of like you buying this one gimmick and like you have an option between blue or red, or sometimes they only give you an option for just the red cards, he actually puts both gimmicks in here for a red and blue one. He does the same exact thing with Mirage. Mirage is a disappearing or appearing deck effect, which is really, really cool. I've played with it a tiny bit. I don't know if I can perform it for you guys. Yeah, this is the entire gimmick for Mirage. He also has the red gimmick and the blue gimmick in there, and they look and they feel great. Another thing I got, it took me hours upon hours to get. I went to a dealer and I saw he was playing, he had a bunch of playing cards, and I'm like, oh hey, I see you got the green casino cherries there. Yes I do. How many do you want? Can I get a brick? Did not have a brick. He only had like 2 decks on him. I was like, alright, I'll come back later. He said his wife was like bringing more cards. I'm like, cool. Gave me a time, came back at the time, wife didn't show up. Alright, come back later, a couple hours later, come back, wife still didn't show up. I gave him my number, the time, gave me another time, wife still didn't show up, but she ended up showing up later on, and he didn't have a brick. He only had 10 cards, so I had him throw in, I think this is my deck, I think I had him throw in 10 green ones and like a couple red ones here. I think this is the other red one. So yeah, that was that situation. What else did I get from Magifest? Also, they gave you an option, because last year at Magifest they gave you a little booklet, like to write down like your thoughts or anything. This year you still got a booklet, but they did give you another option. You could get the booklet, or you could have got a card clip, which I think most people went with, because you could buy one of these booklets for like $5 on Amazon, but getting one of these, pretty standard, but still really cool. This fucking thing, oh my god. Worth the $100, 1000% worth it. It is an effect where you take 2 coins and you put the coins on. I usually perform it on someone's shirt or their jacket, have it laid out. Put them both there. You go under the cloth and you can visibly pull that coin right through, and it completely just fries people. Amazing trick, really, really good. Mark Mason did an amazing job on this. The gimmicks look great. Also, I do keep the double deception gimmick in here with my, what is his, Garrett Thomas imagination coins. I keep them all in here so I won't mix them up with actual quarters. You've probably seen like coin magicians use these. I wanted. It was really funny. I saw the guy who was selling these. He had he had these wallets set out, like a bunch of them, and I was like, I would buy one for you if you have a red and black one, because that's usually my color scheme with everything. Bam, business cards. If you, thank you. Wait, focus. It's my color scheme here. But I told him, I was like, hey, I'll definitely buy one off of you, a red and black one. And he was like, oh yeah, turn around, hand it to me, $30, not too bad. And the thing I love about these is that when they open it, it's almost dropped all my stuff, but yeah, that is, I forgot what these are called, coin wallet thing, I don't know. So the funny thing about this hotel, that Magifest was actually happening at one hotel, but they had you book 2 different hotels because one got fully booked and there was another one down the street that was like 2 blocks away. So I booked with one of them, and I'm assuming that I'm in the correct hotel that the convention was happening in. And one of my friends, Jamber, that you saw in the last vlog, he gets off the plane, goes straight to the hotel, and he knocks on the door. And he texts me, he's like, hey dude, I'm knocking on your door. You're not coming out. Open the door, there's no one there. I'm like, Jamber, which hotel you on? And he was at, I think it was at the Mirage, and I'm at the Sheraton. And he was like, oh shit, I'm at the wrong hotel. So he had to walk down the street and come here. I don't know if anyone was even booked in that room, but he found me eventually. I'm trying to remember what I bought from Magifest. So I'm just trying to check like our pictures or anything, but shit. Also, optics, one of the best tricks. I did not, they didn't sell these at Magifest. Actually, funny enough, Illusionists didn't have a table there. They never had one at Magic Live either. I guess they just don't have tables. But yeah, optics, one of my friends, actually my group of friends from Minnesota, the Minnesota boys or whatever, that was really cringe. They took me to their room. We were like hanging out, watching videos or whatever, and they were talking about optics. I'm like, never heard of this one. And they showed me the trailer, and after watching that trailer, I immediately pre-ordered it, and so they all did weeks prior. Also, this is a really cool thing. Don't know why I bought this, but I kind of like the guy who showed it to me. I'm blanking on his name. He was in the last vlog. He was performing this effect. This is a Jeff Copeland. I guess he was the one that showed it to me, I think. I'm sorry, Jeff, if that was your name. I'm sorry, I'm blanking right now. This is a device that could help you hold coins without you holding coins. That sounds really confusing, but that's all I can say. But he was performing it in front of me, and he was fooling me with it, and I thought it was all palms. No, it was actually this device he was using. Incredible device. I'm probably never ever going to use it. It looked really goddamn cool. If I could ever get really good at coin magic, most likely I won't. This probably would just be collecting dust in my case that's right behind my camera. And yeah, I think that's really all I bought. I spent a lot of money at Magifest. Don't really regret any of it. The only thing I really regret were these, because for some reason, I don't know why, I liked to try to find like pink playing cards. I can never really find a really good ones. I found the pink rounders, but those are completely sold out. I saw these. I like the teal color, but you might want to give yourself the sign of the cross before you see this, because it's all in the faces. The borders are teal. It is just Jesus Christ. And I'm afraid to open the pink ones because I know it's going to be the same exact thing, but just 10 times grosser. Yeah, that should be everything that I picked up from Magifest. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. One thing I did forget was to wake up on time to catch my flight, because I went to bed, woke up 15 minutes before boarding, and I freaked out. I tried to cancel my flight. Don't know if I even got the money back from that flight. Still haven't checked. I'm afraid to check. But I booked the next plane, and I had to go from Ohio to Washington, D.C., back to Boston. Funny enough, Pig Cake was on my flight going back to DC. He probably missed his flight also, because I think he's from New York. But yeah, and what I thought about the convention was, it was okay. Honestly, I skipped. I have the badge here. If this is 2020 or this might be 19. This is 2020. All this stuff here, I honestly probably went to a couple of them. Went to the youth thing for Eli. Went to Avner's show. Yeah, skipped. I went to David Stone's. We basically skipped, or we didn't go to any of the things. None of the things really interest us, but I had some friends from Toronto. They would see the shows, and a lot of people were just saying, yeah, they were not good. They were saying that the ideas were really good, but the execution was really bad, and that was a lot of the shows or anything that they had. A lot of the other stuff, the gala show, it was pretty good. Nothing amazing, but it was not as good as last year. Well, last year was my first year. That probably hyped it up a little bit. But what my friends are saying, they say every year is just getting worse and worse. It's just getting very mediocre at this point. And it was really, I know with Magifest, like Avner's show was basically not magic. I mean, he's like more of like a stunt, like he balances like bladders and things on his chin. But there was like a bubble guy. He does like bubble art. It was really, really weird. Some things he did that was pretty impressive, but it just didn't look like it fit very well. I don't know. And the biggest complaint from everybody, because this is at a totally different hotel from last year. I liked the one from last year. I was getting used to it. I was pretty annoyed when I heard it was in a totally different hotel. I was like, oh, there's gonna be more space, more things to move everywhere. No, we're on this one floor that it was tighter. There were like jamming tables, but the dealer's hall was like, it felt like it was cut in half. The dealer's hall, if you saw like the videos from that event, it's just jam-packed, just like people rubbing against each other. It was bad. And it felt like there was a lot less dealers there this year also. That was one of my major complaints. It was much, much smaller. I'm pretty sure why Andy and Joshua did this was because last year at the other hotel, it was in the lobby. And in the lobby, the door was right there, and there was a major, major snowstorm. And so when anyone would walk through, in or out, a big gust of wind, and like the entire room would be freezing the whole time. And also probably because we trashed the place, because there were playing cards and just alcohol all over the floor. It was probably snow, but I'm pretty sure it was also alcohol. Yeah, so that was my experience, and that's also my thoughts on Magifest 2020. Also, thank you so much, guys. The last vlog I did for Magifest, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys were curious about that convention, has almost 1,000 views. I don't even know how to express my gratitude for that. I didn't even know any of my videos could reach up to that much. And the positive feedback I was getting back was very awe-inspiring. So thank you so much, guys. Tomorrow I'm heading to Connecticut to hang out with my buddy Nevin. Don't really know what we're gonna do yet, but we should be doing magic.